Okay, we should be good now. Hello, hello. Let's make sure that everyone can hear.
Yep.
Hopefully everything is good. It feels like it's been forever since I streamed for EST, so it's nice to be back. I wish I could have been there for the initial qualifier showcase, but you know, unfortunately I was in LA at the time, so I could not.
Yep.
But yeah, just a quick explanation before we get right into the qualifier results here is that we'll be starting from the lowest seed and going all the way up to the highest seed. Yeah, after that there'll probably be like a 10-minute break here, and then we'll go straight into the map we'll showcase. But without further ado, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
This is a pretty big tournament too. There are many teams to look out for.
Exactly. So here we go. There were 72 teams here that played in qualifiers, and starting with the 71st team right here, we've got... I don't know.
I don't know, question mark.
And just for a quick explainer, for anyone that's new to like qualifier showcases or whatever, Laser does not let you go below 64 seeds on all the other stats, so unfortunately it just says 64 for where they maxed out.
Yep.
But yeah, moving on.
Unfortunate.
We have Bone Smokers at 71st seed, and I mean,
nothing really much to say for the teams who didn't place too well. They overall, well, we can see here no mod 4, their total score was 60,000 points. It's not really ideal in a tournament setting.
Yeah. And here we go as we move on to Decrypt. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean they got 34th place and no mod 2, so there you go.
Yep, they did okay.
And then at 69th place, we have Lol XD. I'm not exactly sure what the rest of that name's supposed to mean.
Yep, just low XD. Yep, that it is.
There you go.
They actually placed 58th on DT, which is higher than the other teams we've seen until now.
And then at 68th, we have Get Real. And yeah.
Yeah. This is pretty real.
It's pretty real. Here we go at 67th, we have FA Team 4.
One of our 12 FA teams, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we had a lot of FA teams, so there you go. They got 5th seed here in HG1. Let me confirm that, but
I don't think a 132k score could be number 5.
no, it is. Wait, FA
Huh?
team. Wait, yeah, FA. The score's wrong on that. But they are 5th in HG1.
Really?
Yeah.
That is surprising. I guess most people didn't perform too well on the hidden one.
That their actual score here was 1 mil. It got cut off, but there you go.
Yeah, I see it. 1 mil and 8,000.
And then at 58th seed here, and no, see these teams are not all qualified. It's top 32. We started at the very bottom at 72.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
And it's going to be, I mean, they have some decent scores here in the DT category, and Nomad, I guess, but. And then we have Spin to Win.
Yeah, they did decent on Hidden, but other than that, nothing too well.
And here we go, as we have Randomizer. And actually a pretty decent Nomad 1 performance here. And Hidden performance. Those are not, honestly, they just performed a little bit better in the other categories. But there you go.
Towards the 55th team here.
And we have Paper Cut Finder. And actually, again, pretty strong performance here in Hidden and Nomad. Like, they could have qualified possibly if they performed better in DT and AHR, but unfortunately, they didn't.
Yeah.
And then we have Marie Foley Enjoyers at 54th seed.
Ooh, their HR was actually pretty good, surprisingly. It's kind of unorthodox to not do very well on the Nomad and Hidden category.
They shouldn't be mixed up. I mean, the actual scores on it are capped wrong, but all the seeds and stuff are correct.
Yep, the seeds should be correct. The scores might not be.
Yeah, the actual like scores on the maps are because of laser importing. But moving on, we have hand workers. And
yeah, they did well in Hard Rock 1 and Nomad 3, but other than that, nothing much to say here.
Exactly. And then we have Animalino? I don't know how to say that.
And Limino. Yeah. Their Nomad scores were overall pretty good. Unfortunately, everything else wasn't that great.
Yeah. On this on the website and on the sheet, the scores are like actually correct. The scores on here are just incorrect because for some reason, whenever Laser imports scores, it messes up all the rankings on the scores. But the seeds on the maps and also the overall ranking, mod rankings, and the seeds are correct.
Yeah, it's just the scores are not importing correctly to Laser.
So you can just ignore like the scores here, but the actual rankings on everything is correct. And then at 51st seed, we have Banger Team Name.
Very banger team name. Unfortunately, not so banger scores for their Nomad, but they did like above average for everything else. So good for them.
Exactly. And then we have FA Team 8 here. And they're seed 50 here. And again, decent enough scores in the HD here.
Nothing too exciting to look at for others, however.
And then we have Single Tap Peak at 49. And they actually got a really nice score in DT1, but I mean, unfortunately, everything else is... And actually a pretty decent Nomad 2 score. But
yeah,
the rest were...
not that great.
Yeah, unfortunately. And then here at 48th seed...
Keigu?
And Keigu. and I get 48th with Gegu, and a pretty decent HD1 and DT1 score here, but unfortunately the rest...
HR1.
Or sorry, HR1.
Yep.
But other than that, nothing. And then at seed 47 here, we have Super Idol.
I'm assuming the other three things are the Xiaorong, but
Yeah. And
pretty average scores and everything. They did better than average. Still 47th though.
yeah. And then here we go at Lobotomy Passions? Not Patience, but Passions. At 46th here. And actually a pretty solid performance here in Hard Rock and DT, so could have been, but then that no mod and hidden just kind of oofed them.
I'm pretty surprised that a 1.3 million would be seed 63 for this, to be honest. Unless the score is still wrong for that.
Yeah, it is. And then for Gorfberger, we have at 45. And funnily enough, someone's name is Twitch Chat, so there you go. But other than that, that's the most interesting thing about their team.
Yep.
And then for technical regions, their team name was changed to 1411. Their actual team name is like the number 1, but just so you know. But here we have 1411 at the seed 44. And
their hidden wasn't great, but everything else was, pretty average for them.
Yeah, it's just a pretty solid performance here in no mod, almost qualifying with that no mod score. I mean, in that category specifically.
Yeah.
And then we have Gachini Enjoyer.
Gachi Enjoyer.
Or sorry, Gachi, sorry. I'm just adding random letters. And again, another solid no mod performance. Actually, a very solid no mod performance here. Unfortunately, they just don't seem too good at the mod categories. And then from there, we have Violence at seed 42. And a very solid no mod 1 performance, and honestly, like pretty all around pretty good. It's the HD2 and DT2 that kind of got them.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for them. They could have... I probably think this would have qualified if they did better on those two maps specifically.
Yeah. And then Dirt Blocks at seed 41 here. And a pretty nice HD1 score here, but unfortunately, it's like pretty good overall, but you know.
Yeah, there are some outliers that cannot be ignored.
And then here we go at seed 40th. We have FA Team 9 and an actually very good hidden 1 score here.
Wow. Number 9 on hidden 1.
That's...
And everything else is pretty normal. Nothing much to say.
Yeah, but I mean, 15th in hidden in general, I mean, that's pretty great. If they honestly just had like someone who could play some other mods, that would have been a team that could have qualified there. And then we have Uruguay
Junta Miedo.
There you go. At seed 39.
Number 19 in Hard Rock. Wow.
Dang. But then kind of got oofed in the other mods. You'd imagine they do well or better in DT. Just because they did decent in Hard Rock, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's not exactly the same thing. The AR might be there, but you need a little bit more for DT.
And also at this rank, it's quite a bit different. The map pool it's actually going to be very mod specific.
That's right.
And here we go at Urha Enjoyers. And seed 17 in hidden, so another very strong hidden team, but again...
They didn't do very well in Hard Rock, unfortunately.
Yeah, Nomad and Hidden, yeah, definitely decent performance with that number 12 on Nomad 4, which was very difficult. But, I mean,
Yeah.
and then we have 37 pipe cleaners, and kind of just overall performance here. I mean, they have 19th in Hard Rock 1, so that's gonna definitely be a good carry, but
Unfortunately, they still didn't qualify here.
And then we have Karcher, my idol, and they have a very good DT performance here at number 10 in DT with 20th and 9th. But unfortunately, that Hard Rock and Hidden kind of really hurt.
Set them back a lot of ranks because of that.
Yeah, that's really painful. And then we have Suffering.
Relatable.
35. And yeah, I mean, again, just another overall performance team. I mean, if they'd done slightly better in the DT and Hidden categories, they could have qualified. But unfortunately, even just a little bit of performance in the DT there.
No, it's still unfortunate, but it is what it is.
And then we have one last team here, Sleepy Time, and very solid Hidden performance here, but unfortunately,
Nomad 4 and Hard Rock 1. That's gonna set them back so many spots.
Yeah, that's really sucks. But here we go as we go to the first or the last team that hasn't qualified, and a very good performance here in HD2 and DT2, but honestly Hidden 2 or Hard Rock 2. It's really actually all the specialized picks they did well in. But
the Nomad 1 is kind of
not Nomad 1.
Not ideal.
Yeah, yeah, that's really unfortunate, that Nomad 1. And here we go finally as we get to the first qualified team. And it's going to be SCP-939. And actually some just solid performance here across the board. That DT category is going to carry them though.
Oh, for real.
And there you go, as they barely scrape by. And here we go as we move on to a Chungus Trans at C31. And
Junk Maniacs team.
a very, honestly, a very good performance here in Hidden. 18th and 10, getting them 12th and Hidden. And a pretty solid Nomad performance. Unfortunately, their Hard Rock and DT were kind of meh, but carried themselves with that Hidden, so there you go.
Yeah. Oh, this is probably one of the strongest Hidden teams, from what I know from the players at least.
Exactly. And here we go as we move to White Cat Wednesdays.
Another great Hidden team.
Yeah.
Pretty average all around. They have a little bit of a setback on DT1 and Nomad 2, but otherwise they're pretty good on everything else.
Yeah. And then here we go as we move into and some good performance here in Nomad and Hard Rock, but and DT, but it's just really that Hidden category that's gonna drag them down.
It holds them back from being a higher seed, but 29th is nothing to laugh at either.
And some pretty great scores here on Hard Rock 2 and DT 2, and so if you are good at those, that's gonna be a really good pick in matches. That's if it doesn't get banned. And then we have, I'm not even gonna try to say their name.
Number 5 on Nomad 2, so that is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and I mean overall, they're just a pretty good all-around team. The only category they really performed weakly in was Hard Rock.
It will happen. They will ban it anyway. So
Yeah. And then we have Bonklers at C27.
number 4 for DT1.
Yeah, number 4 for DT1. That is definitely going to be a huge carry there. But I mean, other than that,
pretty average on everything else.
Yeah.
Nothing much to say.
And then we have Low Ac Farmers. And they're gonna be number 13 and in Hard Rock there, and number 6 on DT1.
DT1.
So, yeah. With
this is the all-rounder team.
Yeah, this is the true all-rounder team. I mean, and that performance in Hard Rock, that's gonna be pretty nice for them.
It gives them a huge advantage. Not a lot of people play Hard Rock in this specific range.
And then we have Osegs. And for Osegs here, I mean, number 3 here on No Mod 3.
3. Damn, that's impressive. That is probably one of the reasons why they qualified, given they were 56th in Hidden.
Yes. To answer your question for who was 27th seed, let me really quickly scroll down. It was Bonklers, and we can read. Here you go. But to get back where we were, at 24th seed we have IE.
Pretty decent scores all around, except for Hidden.
Yeah, I mean, no mod and DT, yeah, very good. But yeah, Hidden is, but you know, Hidden's a bad mod anyway.
Yeah, that is true. You can always ban it. That's fine.
Exactly. And then we have 23rd seed. And just a very overall team, like all-rounder team.
Yeah, they didn't place like under 40th except for Nomad 2.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. If you do a little bit of everything, that's always cool. And then at 22nd seed, we have Ink is talking. My brain just turned off for a second.
Pretty solid. Yeah, overall, their team is pretty solid on everything that is to be like looked at. The Hidden one is a bit concerning, but overall, their scores are very solid.
Yes, and I mean, I mean, very impressive Hidden one there, but. And then we have Pilk Enjoyers at seed number 21st. And a very solid Nomad 3 performance and a solid HR2 performance here.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, just pretty average around the board. Nothing particularly good. I mean, actually, they have number 15th here in Nomad 4, so there's that as well.
They just have to ban Nomad 2.
And then in the top 20 teams, we have Kagari with actually very nice DT1. Damn! Okay, so number 1 in DT. And for everyone that's probably wondering what their actual score was in DT1, it was 2 mil. It was 2.1 mil. So there you go.
That's a double FC.
So that's a double up. That's a double FC right there. Which, I mean, that's how you're gonna get your DT1 number 1. So there you go. And then we have at C19 Eric727 Hag. And
3 words that don't go together at all, but They are a pretty solid team.
Yeah. Number 3 here in Nomad 2, and then a very solid performance here in DT, getting them number 5.
Overall, their DT is strong, and everything else is pretty solid as well.
Yeah, so just don't pick DT against them, and you'll be good. Well, except for they're good at everything else, so I don't know.
Luck.
Yeah. And then we have Alario at seed number 18 here, and another very good DT performance here, getting them number 6. And also some good Nomad performance here, getting 12 on both Nomad 2 and 3.
The only bad one they would be having is probably Hard Rock 1, so...
Yeah, which, I mean, I guess precision is easier. I don't know. And here you go at Lemon Hydra. And multiple single-digit scores here with a number 4 in Nomad 2 and number 6 in Nomad 4.
Very solid team, all-rounder actually.
Yeah, I mean, being able to crush in DT and Nomad, I mean, they probably will be able to perform better in Hard Rock, I would imagine, in later round, or once they actually get to it, so maybe Hidden might be the only weak category they have.
Yeah.
And here we go with Cristo Ronaldo Sui.
Number 7th in Hard Rock. Wow, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And, I mean, getting 15th and 5th. So, there you go. If you don't want a team to go against in Hard Rock, this is probably not the team. But,
yeah,
there you
their
go.
Hidden isn't exactly the best, but
you know,
given their HR dominance, it shouldn't be an issue.
Exactly. And then we've got Rotmog game.
It's a tournament. RMOT, yeah.
Oh. And I mean, numbers 4 here in Hard Rock 2, number 7 in Nomad 4. Honestly, the only bad score they have is DT1, unfortunately, bringing them down.
Hidden 1.
Oh yeah, they're Hidden 1 as well. But you know.
Yeah, it's Hidden. You can't expect, like, to always be consistent on that.
Yeah. I think if they were able to perform better in like future rounds on these consistency picks, it won't be a problem. But I feel like people typically will go for these picks on inconsistency, so that might be a problem for them.
Yeah, but they got a number 12 on Nomad 1, so I assume it might be a fluke.
Exactly. And here we go with Yomu Minta Fumo. And they're going to be seed 14 with seed 9 on Nomad 1. And then just very good performance here in Hidden as well.
Yep. No maps of these are pretty bad for them, except for maybe HR1.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty surprised at.
But other than that, honestly, overall, just a solid performance. And then we have Darshcoin. Dharmashcoin? Dharmashcoin? There you go. And
number 1 in HR.
Number 1 in HR. So they got number 2 on... And then number 7 on the Hard Rock 1. What? Damn. 2. Oh, yeah. Oh.
We have a guy who hates Hidden and 2D rankers.
So there you go. Yeah. And I mean, look at that Hidden performance too. And DT. It really was just their no mod. They could have really been a contender for top 10 seed.
This is super impressive. Their no mod scores weren't great, but everything else is to look out for.
Yeah, exactly. And here we go with Limeton. And I mean, honestly, they just kind of had pop-offs, it seems, on certain every mod category, and then kind of did meh on the other ones.
Yeah, DT2 isn't great, but for these three players specifically, they'll scale better in higher SR.
Yeah. And here we go as we move into seed number 11. And some fairly solid performance here.
Yeah, pretty much all of them are almost like in the top 20, except for Nomad 1 and Hidden 1.
Yeah. I mean,
Consistency.
Honestly, yeah, unfortunately. But you know, just forget about consistency and do all the specialized picks.
Yep.
And then we have Lasagna, and they had some pretty bad performance here in DT, but those Nomad and HD scores and Hard Rock, honestly.
Yeah, pretty well done, pretty much on all the mods.
Yeah, it is really unfortunate, but yeah, here's your first top 10 seed here. And here as we move into the single-digit seeds. First we have the team name I'm not gonna try to pronounce. And
Ooh. Number 10 on Hidden and Hot Rock.
yeah, just honestly very all-around team.
Yep.
Kind of threw a little bit on the DT1, but I mean, still pretty solid performance, and it's still with the number 4 on DT2. Doesn't really matter.
Overall, it's just pretty good at everything.
Then we have a good question, seed number 8. And a ton of single-digit scores here, or seeds. So seed 4 on Nomad 1, seed 4 on Nomad 3, 8 on Nomad 4, and then both an 8 and 7 on the hidden category there. So
yeah, the only outlier would be the Nomad 2, which is quite odd.
Yeah, that
mean,
might have just been not hitting it. But
yeah, who knows? But they still made 8th place, so I guess people who face them will find out.
And then we have 3 balls on Boink.
On Bunk.
I can speak.
Yeah, this
Definitely.
this is a lot of you know. I'm not gonna say names, but pretty signature names we're saying here.
I feel like everyone probably knows these players.
Yeah. Well, solid performance on everything. Number 1 in Hot Rock 2, number 1 in DT2.
You know, just casual. Everyone does that.
Yeah. We know who they are. We know they're good.
Yeah.
Just
have fun playing in the tournament. Moving on. And we have seed number 6 here. And that is a Russian name, so I definitely cannot say it. But
surprisingly, this is a 2-player team, so it's just those 2.
Yeah, and just very good overall performance and netting themselves seed number 1 on Hidden 1.
Hot Rock, come on.
It's 4 a.m. Give me a break. That's my excuse. But there you go. I mean, yeah, I have nothing else to say except for just solid performance all around. And here we go as we move on to the top 5 seeds here. And they're gonna have that, oh my god, that Hidden.
Oh, number 2 and number 3 on Hidden.
Damn. Yeah.
I'm surprised that's not seed 1 for the Hidden category.
Yeah. And, you know, they're also good at everything else, but they just happen to be really good at Hidden.
The only thing that they would not excel at in particular would be the Nomad 2 and Hard Rock 1.
Yeah. And then we have here, and I mean, it's number 4,
2. Yeah.
Insane scores.
Number 10 in Hidden though, which is pretty odd for these guys, but still very good on everything else.
Exactly. And I mean, they have top 3 seeds and multiple picks here, and then we move on to our top 3 teams here as we move to I Don't Know or IDK with seed 1 and Nomad once, and just, I mean, seed everything good.
Yeah, their consistency is pretty good considering their HR1 was number 2. So overall, pretty well for them. Nothing to like laugh at. Everything they did was great.
Yeah. And I mean, once you get to these seeds up here, it's kind of just like pray. Just pray. And here it goes. We go into seed number 2.
You know, I mean, look at their ranks and, you know, figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, figure it out.
6, 2, 2, 2, 1, 5, 8, 11, 7, 2. So, Hot Rock. Look at that and figure it out. There's not much to say about this team except they are probably better than you at everything, but Hard Rock.
Yeah. And here we go at Mixed Juice for number 1. And
it's kind of ironic that the team before had melon in their name and there's a melon in the first team.
Yeah. And I mean, what can you say about your seed number 1? Absolutely crushing it in every mod category. The only, like, I guess, bad score is no mod 2, and you couldn't even say that. So.
3 number 1 in the maps, so very solid performance from them.
Yeah, I mean, very solid performance from everyone, and I mean, honestly, these top teams, I feel like probably a lot of people expected. If you like, a lot of these players are pretty well known, but yeah.
Yeah. Somebody asked for seed 9. By the way.
Seed 9. Give me a second. Seed 9 was a team that I couldn't pronounce the name of. Yeah, there you go. Anyone else? Seed 17. Okay, hold up. Seed 17 was Lemon Hydra. We go again. We already forgot all 72. God no.
Results will be posted later.
Yes, so there will be a sheet, and on the website will be sometime tomorrow, hopefully. Just depends on timelines. But the sheet will be available within like an hour after this stream, just so everyone can double check their scores. I know that the scores were incorrect, but all the seedings are correct for you guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I have nothing else to say, but congratulations to everyone that qualified. And we look forward to seeing you in the rounds. Of course, there's still the map pool showcase that's gonna happen. We're gonna stop streaming here for about 10 minutes just because I'm gonna change the resolution so things aren't wonky. And yeah, but we'll see you guys in a little bit.